the O2.
And examples of that would be what?
And when I mean hot, I mean commercially.
Of course. What examples of those artists have you promoted in the O2?
Yeah, I want to make sure my people understand my answers.
All right.
Prince did 21 nights at the O2. Beyonce did 8. Justin Timberlake did 5. Usher did 6. And it goes on and on. But generally, most artists, if they're really hot, it gets magnified in London, where their demand is greater.
All right. Now let's go back to AEG Live for a second, about your role there in AEG Live. Prior to working for AEG Live, where did you work?
I ran a record company. I was in the record business, called Gasoline Alley, which was a JV with what at the time was MCA Records, is now the Universal Music Group. We had a very successful run in the Gasoline Alley. At the same time, I was a partner in a management company called Phillips Entertainment. Our clients included Prince, Rod Stewart, Simple Minds, artists like that.
How long have you?
Tony Braxton.
How long would you say total you have been in the entertainment industry?
Too long. Sorry. I'm probably going on close to 30 years.
All right. During your period of time in the entertainment industry, whatever role you had, did you have occasion to work with Michael Jackson?
Yes, I did.
When did that first occur?
To the best of my recollection, my first encounter with Michael was in the mid-'90s. Could have been as early as '93. I'm not 100% sure. But in that case, I actually represented him in the negotiations and the fulfillment of a endorsement deal for a product line with a company called LA Gear.
And this was early '90s?
So, yes, that's the best of my recollection.
And you represented him personally, as an agent?
More as an agent. I don't know if the word would be agent, but I was a consultant on that deal, reporting to John Branca, who at the time was Michael's attorney.
All right. And was your employment as the agent or the consultant, was that through John Branca or was that through Michael Jackson?
It was through John Branca. I actually brought the LA Gear deal to them with another endorsement agent named Jay Coleman.
After that period of time in the early '90s, did your relationship with Michael Jackson continue?
No, after the LA Gear deal, I had lost touch with Michael, and I wasn't in this job, so I wasn't the promoter. I was a manager at the time.
All right. When did you next, after the '90s, when did you next come into contact with Michael Jackson, from a business or professional, personal standpoint?
The next time I saw Michael was in a meeting sometime in 2007.
So there was a length of time, 15 years perhaps, before you came into contact with Michael Jackson again.
It could be 15, it could be a little less.
And in 2007, you were already the CEO of AEG Live.
That is correct.
How did you come into contact with Michael Jackson in 2007? How did that come about?
One of my executives received a call from an attorney who was representing Michael at the time, named Peter Lopez, and they had arranged a meeting in Las Vegas.
To your knowledge, prior to 2007, had AEG done any business with Michael Jackson, promoted any concerts for Michael Jackson?
Not to my knowledge, no.
All right. You, one of the individuals that works for AEG Live is Paul Gongaware?
That is correct.
And in 2007, was Paul Gongaware an employee with AEG Live?
Yes, he was.
Right. Were you familiar with any relationship that Paul Gongaware had with Michael Jackson?
Yes.
Okay. And what was that relationship?
Paul was hired, this is prior to he and his partner selling their company to AEG. This was before I became the CEO. He was hired to take over Michael had a world tour that Paul actually went in and took over the management of.
And this was...
I believe it was 1996 or 97.
The communication, though, in 2007 was made to you directly or Paul Gongaware?
I believe it was made from Peter Lopez to John Maeglin, who is Paul Gongaware's co-CEO at our touring division.
And then you were notified?
Correct.
Now, Peter Lopez made these... would you characterize the communication from Peter Lopez to be feelers? Sort of,
Please define feeler for me.
Okay, well, okay. Certainly there was no contract sent over. There was no proposal sent over when you were contacted by Peter Lopez, right?
Before that meeting, prior to that meeting, no.
Yes. It was just, let's get together.
That
Let's
is
talk
correct.
about this. And Peter Lopez told you that he represented Michael Jackson?
Yes, he said he was Michael's attorney.
Okay. Did you...
Mr. Chernoff, at a convenient time, let us know for the break. If you want to just complete
Right.
the line.
Yeah,
yes.
I'll complete it.
Sure.
Did you subsequently verify that? That he represented Michael Jackson?
Other than Peter arranged a meeting that Michael Jackson attended along with his manager at the
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
that's as far as we went to verify that.
That's right. Okay, thank you. That's all I have.
All right. For now.
For now, yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's take the luncheon recess at this time, a little bit early, and again, thank you for your patience. Please remember all those admonishments and orders, and we'll be in recess on the case until 1 o'clock. Mr. Phillips, with my thanks, please come back at 1 p.m. Don't discuss your testimony of the facts of the case with any other witness, and we'll resume at that time. You may step down and leave. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good lunch.